getting some of these player props here. Haaland plus 130 to lead the league in goal scoring. Salah plus 450. Isak is plus 600, and we still don't know where he's going to be playing. It seems like a bad bet because we're a week before the season, and it doesn't seem like he has a team, so he's going to be down matches no matter where he signs. Palmer's 1,800, and then Viktor Gyokeres is plus 650 over at Arsenal. Do you have a preference here? Is it just like Haaland? You can't bet against Haaland right now.
I do have a preference. I love Cole Palmer at plus 1,800. This is a bet I'll be making. I don't know. Last season was a little bit disappointing. Still ended up with 15 goals and 8 assists. Season before was 22 and 11. I think last year he kind of was pretty. 15 goals is still a lot in the Prem. Let me be clear, but I think he bounces back. I think it'll benefit. His assist numbers will go up with João Pedro. I think because Nico Jackson was goated at missing breakaways. I feel like. But yeah, I think Chelsea are going to be better this season. And I like Cole Palmer a lot. So I plus 1,800 skip Salah completely. Like I said, we kind of got into that right away. Haaland is obviously the odds are too high. It's not a ton of value there. So I'm skipping that one, but I like Palmer.
All right, let's get into Palmer here because I have under 16.5 for him. Under 16.5 goals. Looking back at his last 2 seasons, 22 goals in that first season, 9 PKs. Last season, 15 goals, 5 PKs. 15 goals, 3,200 minutes. And remember, he wasn't even registered for the group stages of Europa Conference League last season. Now we're throwing in Champions League. I don't think he's getting to 3,200 minutes. I don't think he's playing as much in league play. I think it'll be lower than that, maybe 3,000. Even with no injuries, I think will be lower than 3,200 minutes for Cole Palmer. So I think you throw that in there. I'm not saying he's going to lose PKs, but João Pedro was a really good PK taker for Brighton. And I wouldn't be surprised if Palmer misses one, maybe João Pedro comes in and takes some. But I think you also have to take in João Pedro and Liam Delap. You mentioned them earlier in the show. Goal scorers here, maybe better, more refined goal scorers than Nico Jackson was. Maybe that's going to take away some goals as well. And this is 16.5, 15 last season, 3,200 minutes. I'm taking under 16.5 and going straight up against Chris's plus 1,800 bet to win the Golden Boot.
Yeah, maybe it's Palmer for most assists instead. I don't know what that. I got to double check what that is, but. That's a good point. Yeah. I will say, you say he might play less. He played 2,600 minutes in 2 seasons ago, and he scored 22 goals. So 600 less minutes. He had more output there. So, I mean.
They didn't have anything they now have Champions League is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything 2 seasons ago, and last season, again, he didn't play group stages.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Plus 500 most assists. Salah is plus 275. Saka 350. Verts 450. Palmer plus 500 right there. What else you got for player bets? Anything else you want to look at?
The next one was just the assist bet.
Okay.
I would be interested in getting into some over-unders on goal totals, but yeah, Verts at plus 450. I love that one.
Yeah, just how many assists can Liverpool have, I think might be the question.
I mean, Salah almost had that, whatever. He was closing in on 20, I think is the record, with Henry and KDB. And yeah. I think that's it. He was kind of closing in on it last season, but I don't think anyone's going to break that record this season. But Verts, you get them into double digits. I wouldn't be surprised by that.
I pinpointed some other goal totals outside of Palmer. I'll start from the top here. Gyokeres under 18.5. 18.5 is a pretty big number for a guy who, is coming from Portugal. And again, it's a situation where is he going to have PKs? What are his minutes going to look like? Because there's Champions League. Arsenal have a deep team, so he's not going to be the number 9 for every match, basically. So 18.5 is a high number for your first season. Maybe it all comes to fruition and he's just scoring these Haaland-like numbers here. It's just possible. Maybe it's possible. I don't know if he's not at Haaland's level, but under 18.5 for Gyokeres. And then your guy, Hugo Ekitike, under 13.5. How many goals are Liverpool going to score here? Are all these guys going to be scoring goals? Maybe he's like the number 9 for the entire season and he scores 18 goals, but I don't think that's going to happen. So under 13.5 for him. And then I'm doing under 11.5 for Bryan Mbeumo. He already overperformed last season at Brentford. Another situation where Manchester United have a ton of players in his position. So is he going to be starting every game? Probably not. Under 11.5 goals. He's got to fight with Cunha for shots. He's got to fight with what now appears to be Sesko for shots. Bruno taking shots outside the box. Amad Diallo. He's got to fight for shots. And 11.5, that's a pretty high number, I think, for Mbeumo. So under there. So I got 4 unders because that is how you win future betting. What do you got, Chris? Or at least any thoughts on those?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I have thoughts on the Ekitike one. What was it, 11 or 13?
13.5.
Yeah, I mean, anything different than Darwin Nunez, you'd just expect to score more goals. But Darwin was always like, what was he? I guess I forgot what he was sitting at over the last couple seasons. But I think that's a good place to look and maybe add a few goals to see if it's possible. But I guess he was at, let's see, yeah.
Darwin had 11.
5 goals last season. You got to pound that under.
Darwin had 11 in 2,000 minutes 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons. Yeah. So that's, yeah, I hope that Ekitike plays more than that, than 2,000 minutes. If he gets like 2,600, I think that your bet could be in trouble. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. He's also like it's not like he's like a finished, like for his price, you'd think he'd be a finished product, but he's not totally. He's what, 22. You'd hope like, so I guess we'll see if he actually is the real deal.
Yeah, I mean, everyone said he's basically Isak. The future Isak is what the hope is what he can be like. Just because he's lanky and can dribble and pass a little is
a little more raw.